Hi, AT from CNC at Home. For those of you that have followed the channel for a while, you know that my son and I do a thing, it's a camping trip in the fall called Buck Frenzy. It's a dads and kids weekend, and last year I helped out my friend Joel and we created stencils for a t-shirt project that turned out really fun. T-shirts were awesome. This year I wanted to do something, since I've been working with the new aluminum business cards. I was trying to think, what could we do that's a business card? It's like, these are kids, they don't want business cards, and the dads probably already have business cards and they don't want an aluminum business card. However, it doesn't have to be a business card. It could be a bookmark. So what I want to do is design something up with our Buck Frenzy logo that we've adopted, put the year on it, 2022, and then on the back, I want to put the two-wolf yin-yang kind of thing. I'll put that up over here. I've used it before and also put a saying with it, and I want to put that on the back of the bookmark. So we'll do that work in Lightburn. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's head over to Lightburn and design up a bookmark. Not a business card, a bookmark. I won't go through all the details of how we created this. Essentially, it was just bringing in our Buck Frenzy logo image, sizing it, getting it positioned where I wanted it, and then just going under text, adding our date here, 2022. And I picked this kind of fancier font. Hopefully it kind of matches a little bit with our fancy Buck Frenzy font. One thing that I did do, you may notice that the image looks like it gets clipped right here at the top. And what I did there was I did mask the image. If I click the image, you can see it does go above our business card just a little bit. So what I did was I basically picked the picture, I shift selected my template, and then on right click I basically said to add the mask. I can remove it so we can see it. There's not really a whole lot of difference. It's hard to tell right here, but there's some extra white on that. You can see right here. So by selecting the image and shift selecting my template, I can right click and use the apply mask. And what that will do is it will only burn stuff that's inside of that mask. Not a big deal. It's all white up there, so it's really not going to affect anything. It just looks a little cleaner, I suppose. We can go ahead and send that to the laser. The other thing that we did was we wanted that yin-yang image. If we look over here at my artwork, it was this one that looks like two wolves with the sun and the moon chasing each other. And then the saying over here. Let's take a look at that real quick. Here we have it. We've got our yin-yang wolf image, which is really kind of cool. And then our saying over here, it's an ancient Chinese proverb. There are two dogs inside everyone. The one that dominates is the one that's fed. And that's so true. If you feed your inner beast, so you're always getting mad and venting and flooding and just everything is bad, you'll just do more and more of that because that's the dog you're feeding. If you try to look at the bright side, if you're looking at being happy, positive kinds of things, if that's the dog you feed, that's the one that'll dominate. There is a balance. You need both of the dogs. It's just you need to decide which one you want to feed, I guess. So we just put the text on here, and I just played around with the spacing so it followed the curve a little bit. I did that simply by adding spaces to it, different number of spaces on each one of the lines. That's all. Something, nothing really complicated, but made sure that it looked nice and it fits okay. Let's go ahead and get that burned on the laser. Since I'm making many of these, I'm going to need at least 20 or so, given all the dads and the kids that are going to be there this year. I want to make more than one at a time. It's kind of, even though it takes a long time, it's kind of a hassle to just put the card in there, make sure it's aligned up, burn it, come back, blah, blah, blah. So I need a fixture. I don't want to commit to making a really nice fixture yet, although I've been thinking about putting in the CNC router and making something that I could do maybe 4 or 6 cards at a time with. I might do that still. I wanted to come up with something simple, and I thought if I just put maybe a piece of masking tape on my wasteboard, which is actually, it's a honeycomb with that downdraft ventilation, I could bump the cards up against that. So I put a piece horizontally and a piece vertically, and I could get one card in there so it was repeatable. And that was kind of cool. And right away it's like, why just do one? Why not do three? So I stacked three, boom, boom, and then I could do three at a time. And that worked out pretty well. Let's go take a look at the video of that, and you can see what I'm talking about. So that worked out pretty well. The problem is getting those cards lined up. A little more putsy than I'd actually like. So it did save time overall, but not as much as I would like. Then I came up with another idea. Why not create a better temporary fixture by having a horizontal piece of masking tape and a vertical piece of masking tape? Now I've got 4 quadrants and I can put 4 cards in there. So I measured up the tape, and it's a pretty consistent width. It was 24.8 millimeters. So what I did, and we'll see this in Lightburn, is I just took the one card, and I did it for the back because I'm done now with the fronts, and I gridded that so that it was 2 by 2, and then the spacing between those was 24.8 millimeters. Now I have 4 cards on there, and I will show you how I just did a frame, and it's pretty much right where it needs to be. So when it comes time to burn the back side of these, I can do 4 at a time, swap those out, put 4 more in there relatively quickly, and restart the program. Let's go and take a look at how that worked out. I wanted to quick show you how we grid this out. I'm going to want 4 of these. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and we'll just highlight everything. I'm going to press Control A, so that grabs everything. And over on my grid, or my array function, I will tell it I want to do 2 horizontally, 2 vertically, and the spacing, you remember it was 24.8 millimeters. Put 24.8 millimeters there. And I have my create virtual array set. And by doing that, if I need to make any adjustments, I don't have to do it 4 times now. I can do it to my main item, and all 4 of these will update. I can show you that real quickly here. So if I wanted to do something silly, I could take the image and I could rotate it. And you see it rotates in all of them. So let's go ahead and run this on the laser. I think everything's all set to go. That worked out pretty well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content of our channel, think about subscribing. It really helps our YouTube analytics. Enjoy doing your CNC at home projects.